Renewed fighting in and around Nagorno-Karabakh has shattered a ceasefire between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Officials in the disputed region report clashes in Hadrut, despite a Russian-brokered truce agreed on Saturday. The enclave is internationally recognized as part of Azerbaijan but is controlled by ethnic Armenians. Reports say nearly 500 people, including more than 60 civilians, have been killed in renewed fighting which escalated last month. The recent fighting has also spread outside the disputed region. Azerbaijan reported on Saturday that a missile struck homes in the city of Ganja, killing 7 people. Dozens more were injured in the Ganja apartment blocks, soon after the ceasefire brokered by Russia took effect. Armenia denied responsibility for the destruction there. Later blasts hit Stepanakert, the main city in Nagorno-Karabakh, say eyewitnesses and Armenian media. On Monday, the heaviest fighting appeared to be around Hadrut, just south of Stepanakert. But shelling was also reported in other areas. EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell said the reports of continued military activities, including against civilian targets, as well as news of civilian casualties, despite the agreement, was noted with extreme concern, according to a statement released on Sunday. About 70,000 people have been displaced in the latest escalation, officials say. The long-running conflict has simmered ever since the war in the 1990s, when ethnic Armenians, the majority in the territory, broke away from Azerbaijan. Thousands of Azeris were expelled then. The now fragile ceasefire was to allow the two countries to exchange prisoners and recover bodies from the recent bout of fighting. The International Committee of the Red Cross says it will not supervise the operation until the safety of its teams is guaranteed. Armenia is consulting the Russian government again in Moscow, apparently seeking to salvage the ceasefire. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said the two countries would now begin substantive talks. However, Armenian Foreign Minister Zoraban Natsikyanyan later described the talks as rather difficult and said Armenia wanted Nagorno-Karabakh to be recognized internationally as an independent state. Self-declared Karabakh officials echoed this call and accused Azerbaijan of using ceasefire talks as cover to prepare fresh attacks. Meanwhile, Azeri Foreign Minister Jaden Bayramov said not enough pressure had been put on Armenia during the talks and the situation in Nagorno-Karabakh could not remain as it was. Turkey, which backs Azerbaijan, said the truce was Armenia's last chance to withdraw forces from the disputed territory. Russia has a military base in Armenia and both are members of the Collective Security Treaty Alliance. However, Moscow also has good relations with Azerbaijan. Armenia's defense ministry said Azeri forces had launched an attack 5 minutes after the truce had been due to come into effect, with ethnic Armenian forces responding. Armenia accused Azerbaijan of deliberately shelling a historic cathedral in Nagorno-Karabakh. Pictures showed serious damage at the Holy Savior Cathedral in Shusha city. At the same time, Azerbaijan said Ganja and the region of Goranboy had been shelled by Armenian forces, with at least one civilian killed. Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan warned of a genocide in the region and said it was Armenia, land of Armenians. Stepanakert has suffered several days of shelling, with residents sheltering in basements and much of the city left without power. Russian Foreign Minister calls on Armenia and Azerbaijan to adhere to agreed ceasefire following new clashes. Briefing reporters in New York, Stefan Dujarric, spokesperson for UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, said the UN is very disappointed to receive reports of ceasefire violations and considers them unacceptable. Dujarric also called on all parties to fulfill their agreements to a ceasefire announced in Moscow. We also share the High Commissioner for Human Rights alarm at the suffering of civilians, Dujarric said. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has urged the EU to take a consistent stance on Azerbaijan's territorial integrity, according to a statement by Turkey's Communications Directorate. In a phone call with Charles Michel, head of the European Council, Erdogan said that Armenia had endangered Europe's energy supplies by attacking the Azerbaijani city of Ganja along with the Tobruk region, where natural gas and oil pipelines and transportation lines are located. Russia has called on Armenia and Azerbaijan to adhere to the agreed ceasefire. We hope that both sides will strictly implement the decisions, Lavrov said after a meeting with Armenian Foreign Minister Natsikyanyan, news agency Interfax reported. Lavrov said a ceasefire does not mean that all problems will be solved quickly and simultaneously, adding that it was a process. Lavrov added that Turkey supported this decision and that Russia's and Turkey's defense ministers had discussed the situation. Ethnic Armenian officials in Nagorno-Karabakh have said that 45 more servicemen have been killed in fighting with Azerbaijan, bringing its total military death toll to 525 since fighting broke out on September 27. The death toll of a claimed Armenian missile attack on Azerbaijan's second-largest city of Ganja has reached 10, local authorities have announced. Azerbaijan's chief public prosecutor's office said in a statement that one more civilian has succumbed to their wounds. We deeply regret to inform that on October 12, one of the wounded, Ali Yevaguneh Zahid, born in 1992, died at the hospital where she was receiving treatment. At present, other wounded civilians are receiving treatment, the written statement said. We upload an update on the conflict every day, so why not subscribe to us on YouTube so we can keep you up to date? You can also find us on Parler at Free TV. Thanks for watching and stay safe.